Coming up on Look Today, well, a 29th Annual Adirondack National Car Show kicks off in Lake George. I've got details. Plus, Lake George Park Commission has new regulations regarding charter vessels. More on that. And Lake George Restaurant Week draws very near. I've got those details. All ahead on Look Today. Welcome everyone, I'm Jay Hood Jackson, this is Look Today. On tonight's program, I sit down with one of my favorite guests, Executive Director of the Veterans and Community Housing Coalition, Cheryl Hage Perez. And she's here, bring us up to date on what the organization is doing and discuss the second annual Veterans Ball, which is happening at the Hall of Springs. Plus, I sit down with Dave Kraus. Now, he's a member of the Mohawk Hudson Cyclist Club. He's here to discuss the upcoming Century Cyclist Weekend in Saratoga. That's happening this weekend. Plus, we've got your weather for the Tri-North counties, which is very changeable. But first, these headline stories. Well, in our lead story, today marks the start of the 29th Annual Adirondack National Car Show in Lake George. For many of us, bigger than Christmas. The annual event features classic cars of all makes and models, events, and even live music. Well, the Adirondack National Car Show draws car enthusiasts from all over the country and has a very large impact on the economy. Well, we spoke to Mayor Bob Blaze, Lake George, about this.
The Adirondack National Car Show, I would say, is our second largest event that we have all year behind Americade, and they fill all the rooms for miles around. These folks spend a lot of money in our community. Estimates have ranged anywhere from $18 to $21 million in rooms and service and fees and gasoline, and it's a great show.
Yeah, it really is a great show. All right, in other news, well, Lake George Park Commission, they're changing regulations regarding charter vessels and tour boat permits. Here's the background. 1995, Parks Commission issued a memo that exempted charter boats from regulatory authority. Now, the reason was that most of these vessels were fishing charters. However, now, with the increased public tour boats on the lake, regulations have to be changed to include these new vessels. Well, we spoke to the Executive Director of the Lake George Park Commission, none other than Dave Wick.
If you've been operating on Lake George since before 2015 continuously, and you've been operating out of a Class A marina that has charter boat authorization on it, then you're basically all squared away. We're going to write you a permit at the staff level. If you're a new charter boat operation, or if you're a charter operation that's been operating out of your house, then we're going to have you fill out an application. We'll go through it a little bit and work with you, and we'll see if we can get you squared away.
Yeah, good move, Dave. All right, switching from news to weather. What crazy weather. Change after change after change, including showers, thunderstorms, sun, and then starting all over again with showers and thunderstorms. And it all rolled through the region last night and the better part of today. Well, let's see how the rest of the week is shaping up. For a more detailed look at our weather, let's head to the Glens Falls Weather Center for a look at your first forecast.
Thanks, Jesse. I'm meteorologist Clarence Ponser with your first look weather update. Currently, we have high pressure control for much of the country. Low pressure and a trough is associated moving into the area, so we're going to see scattered showers and storms. Irma making its way towards the Florida Peninsula, by the way, towards the weekend. But here in the Northeast, we see the cold front moving out towards the East Coast and offshore. We see temperatures cool only in the upper 40s. We're going to see across the local area about 50 in Greenwich, 52 Riot Hall. And as we head towards Glens Falls, we'll see an overnight low about 50, basically upper 40s. Some spots could see 50. We could see mostly cloudy skies for our Friday. We'll see some scattered showers, 65 the afternoon high. Then our extended forecast, after you look at the out-the-door forecast, some scattered showers, mostly cloudy with temps in the lower to mid-50s. And our extended forecast will continue to see highs generally in the mid to upper 60s through Sunday, with about 40s for lows, and then we'll see the sunshine return by the time we get to late in the weekend into next week. That's a look at the first look weather update. I'm meteorologist Clarence Ponser. Now I send it back to you, Jesse.
Thanks, Clarence. Back to the news. All right, summer's over. We get our region back. And guess what? The 11th Annual Lake George Restaurant Week kicks off Sunday, September 10 to the 16th. Now, this week of great food and great deals is going to spotlight 12 of the great restaurants in Lake George and showcases the culinary talents of the area. Well, we spoke to Amanda Metzger. Now, she's the marketing director for Lake George Regional Chamber of Commerce.
For Restaurant Week, you can get a 3-course meal for $20.17. So that includes an entree, an appetizer, and the dessert. And we have a dozen restaurants participating.
Yay. Okay, up next, I sit down with Executive Director of the Veterans and Community Housing Coalition, none other than Cheryl H. Perez. Now, she's here to discuss, give us an update on the activities in the organization, as well as talking about the second annual Veterans Ball. Now, that's happening in the Hall of Springs in a month. Plus, I also sit down with Dave Krause. He's a member of the Hudson Mohawk Cyclist Club. He's here to discuss the upcoming Century Cyclist Weekend that's happening in Saratoga this weekend. First, if you see news happening, you want to share a story idea, how about join us for an interview? Then give us a call on the hotline. The number is 798-8000. Well, that's all the time we have for this edition of Look Today. I've got a couple of lookouts for tonight. You know, anytime that we get tickets or passes to events or museums or theaters or whatever, we love to pass them on to you. When we did the ticket promotion with the Saratoga Fair, we had like 50,000 responses. So look, we've got a limited number of passes for the Adirondack Experience. That's the Adirondack Museum in Blue Mountain Lake. This is absolutely worth a trip. We've only got 10 passes. Now here's how you can qualify. Go to Facebook, like and share the post. We'll capture your name, we'll randomly select someone, and I'll start announcing the winners tomorrow. Now, since we have a limited number of tickets, the maximum will be 2 per person. But still, it's a great leg up and a great reason to take that beautiful drive up to Blue Mountain Lake. Quick lookout goes to Drew. Yes, our Drew. He's really sick. So Andrew jumped in today, did it. We all jumped in and just tried to fill in for Drew. But Drew, we miss you. Get back here quickly. Play-by-play. Second game is this weekend. Don't forget about that. And last but not least, you could probably tell from the grin on my face that when the Nationals hits Lake George, it's bigger than Christmas. So a quick lookout goes to my real close friend, Bob, who I saw last night, because Bob brings his classic car up there, and because it isn't one of these real fancy restored ones, he actually puts a sign on it that says, "Touch me." It's a beautiful old 57 Nomad wagon, for those of you who know what that means. Tonight on Look TV, it's sold. That's our call-in auction program. Great estate jewelry and coins. Don't forget, tune in tomorrow night for the stories that matter to you. Good night, everyone.